going out of business signs are up at Boston store locations in our area. They're holding their liquidation sales.
The parent company Bon-Ton also owns Yonkers and Carson stores with locations across the Midwest. In total, all of their stores and websites will be shut down in the next 10 to 12 weeks. It's a stark reminder that the world of retail business is changing dramatically.
And Hart Posen is an assistant professor at the UW School of Business and an expert on business strategy. Thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Is this sounding the end to these big anchor stores at our malls?
I don't think it's sounding the end in general. I think it is sounding the end of firms like Bon-Ton that really offered nothing distinctive to customers. You know, they didn't have the lowest prices, they didn't have the best selection, they didn't have the best customer service, they weren't big enough to compete, so it's been coming for a while for them.
So it's more based on that rather than competing with online shoppers?
You know, competing with, with online shopping has exacerbated it, but Bon-Ton was going to happen, I think, regardless.
Okay.
You know, and I drive by the mall on my way to work and back, and the parking lot is generally pretty busy.
You know, for firms, for stores that can offer the right mix of product, the right kind of service, the right mix of online and in-store retail, it is doable, and these firms will survive and prosper, and some malls will as well. If you look at Hilldale in Madison, right, that's prospering. It was bankrupt just a few years ago, and so with the right mix of retailers and the right kinds of services, these places can survive and thrive.
So they have to evolve, though, and change?
Change has to happen, and some malls will be better at it than others. There are some mall owners who are better at managing the change than others, and there are also some places where there are too many malls. And those will have to go.
I mean, these are regional malls, and you have at least 2 regional malls in a city this size. That seems a little much. Or maybe not.
That's hard to say. My guess is that both Easttown and Westtown will survive in Madison as they try to reconfigure the mix of retailers. You know, there has to be something distinctive, something that makes us want to go there. And if there's not, people won't go.
The Westtown, they have Dave & Buster's now and this gigantic liquor store.
Yeah, that's right. And so they're changing the mix of services. If you just went back a few years, big malls didn't want local and regional firms in those malls because they wanted to sign contracts with retailers across many of their properties. And now they're recognizing that they need these local and regional firms to make their properties distinctive. And they're doing it. The good ones are doing it.
Will people always want to go to a brick-and-mortar store, do you think? Or do you think their livelihood is threatened?
No, I think, I don't think brick and mortar is going anywhere. The way firms do it, though, is different, right? This week, or last week maybe, Amazon announced a partnership with Best Buy so that you could buy the Amazon Fire TVs in Best Buy. You could see them, go and look at them and touch them. There will always be product like that. And so the best stores are finding ways to mix brick and mortar and online. And one of the best examples these days is probably Kohl's. Who's done a very nice job of that mix, and it's showing up in their earnings.
And Bon-Ton didn't make that flip.
Bon-Ton wasn't even close.
And this is the result.
This is the result.
All right. Well, very interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
We'll see you soon. And we'll be right